Yo, what is going on, everybody? Matty B here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to a new altcoin live stream. Well, we had an amazing Bitcoin pump over the course of this morning, and now Bitcoin is pulling back. So before I get into the today's altcoin live stream, where I'll be covering 4 tokens that are going to be performing pretty good, hopefully, against Bitcoin over the next month or so. And we're going to go into the charts and talk about Bitcoin dominance versus the altcoin market cap as well in a small second. But I just wanted to quickly cover Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did a swing failure pattern of this low at 28,656. We ended up coming down to 28,562, where we had a lot of liquidity. We spoke about this on Monday's stream. There was a lot of buy orders. We were always going to see a reaction off here. Now, Bitcoin has pumped up about 5% since then. I do think that we're going to probably, though, come back down to this golden pocket, and I'll show you why. And then hopefully here, this is where the bulls need to decide if they want to take the price higher, or we end up having a larger retracement. So if I zoom out a little bit, every time that we have created the similar pattern over the last year or so, or the last few months, whenever Bitcoin comes out of this hole, it'll pump up 4 to 6%. This time was 4%, come back down, touch the golden pocket, and then continue its move to the upside. So that's what it did the last time. This is the last time, as you can see, as I sort of zoom out. Let me just remove this. So as I zoom out, this was this low right here. Now we've sort of created this low. So could we come back down and at least test the trend line? I definitely think so. And the period before that, we did the exact same thing. Let me zoom in on this one. We can see that we pumped up 6.9%, then we pulled back to the golden pocket, and then we moved to the upside. So it's going to be, this is why I think Bitcoin's probably going to do the same thing. It looks like we're a little bit overbought. We just did pump up, $1,500 over the course of the last sort of 24 hours. So that's quite a big move in regards to Bitcoin, price action. We've had really low volatility, and we moved and we touched this trend line from these 2 peaks here. So we found a bit of resistance. We had a anchored VWAP as well. So yeah, I'm looking for us to come back down here. Hopefully we hold this as support, or if we do come back down to this trend line, we do the exact same thing where we touch the trend line, push up, come back down, touch the golden pocket, and then move on. But hopefully this is as bad as it gets. Now, I want to quickly talk about Bitcoin dominance on the weekly. The stochastic RSI for Bitcoin is at its lowest. So it's going to be moving to the upside, meaning Bitcoin dominance is likely going to be going up. So if the Bitcoin dominance is going up, does that mean more liquidity to the entire crypto market, or does it mean that altcoins are going to start being sold off to move into Bitcoin, which is moving? So just quickly looking at total 3, which is the altcoin market cap, you can see that, let me just remove that. We can see where we're still in this sort of descending triangle, and the stochastic RSI is in the overbought section. We've obviously still got a little bit more room to move to the upside, but once this sort of does turn over, altcoins are going to start bleeding against Bitcoin. So I do think this is going to happen in the next sort of month. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to outperform all altcoins, but the majority of altcoins won't outperform Bitcoin. So it doesn't mean sell your altcoins and go into Bitcoin. This is just me relaying the information so you can make the best financial decision best available to you. Alrighty, so let's dive into today's altcoins. So these are the 4 tokens that I do believe are going to outperform Bitcoin over the next little bit. Reason being, let's look at Alpha, this first token. The stochastic RSI is all the way at the bottom here, and we can see they're about to get a trigger wave on Market Cipher, which is also quite good. If I zoom into the daily, it is also very close to the top of this trend line. So you can see that we've had this trend line for quite some time. It did try to break it the other day, but it seems like it got rejected, but we're still creating higher highs. So it's giving me a good indication if I go to the lower time frames. Yeah, we'll probably get a little bit of a pullback here because we've created some bearish divergence, a higher high in price, a lower high in the RSI, and we're going to get the same signal here. So there will probably be a good buying opportunity to maybe scoop it back up at 0.097 cents if we do come back here. But I do think the next attempt to break that trend line, it will happen, and then we'll have a little stop at maybe 11 cents or something, come back down, let's test this trend line, and then we move to the upside. Next one is COTI. So COTI right here, alrighty, did have a bit of a push up the last day, but you can see it's basically created a bit of a double bottom. Much like the previous coin Alpha, if we look in the weekly, stochastic RSI is pointed to the upside. And yeah, it's kind of looking good on the daily as well. We're in the red money flow. So usually when I'm using Market Cipher, if I'm a complete newbie, you kind of want to buy when the money flows in the red. Because that means it hasn't, yet exploded to the upside into the green. So I do think that we're going to get some, change in momentum here with COTI, and we should start seeing this token actually break up from its downtrend. So we just draw a simple line. That's the trend that I'm looking at. We've had a bit of a pullback. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. So right now we did get rejected by the point of control, and we're coming back down. So if we can get support at the 618 fib retracement right here, so it could come down all the way here to 0.045 cents. This will be, for me, a good opportunity to get into COTI before it tries to attempt a third time breaking this trend line. Next one, we have Phantom. This has been a pretty big sleeper. Once again, let's start on the weekly. And we can see that on the weekly, we have the stochastic RSI looking to cross bullish. Okay, so we're about to get a crossover. So Phantom hasn't done much. It's been a bit of a sleeper. Even if we just draw a bit of a trend line from here to here, that's obviously a large trend line. Once it breaks out, we're going to be looking at it moving to the upside. But let's go to the daily. On the daily, we're in the red money flow. The money flow is moving to the upside, which is a bullish sign. We did not make a lower low, so that's a good thing. So we've got a higher high. As long as we can maintain this as the crypto market cap does go into the overbought territory, maybe we might get some luck. And then we've got an inverse head and shoulders here on Market Cipher B, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So it looks like that this token is starting to wake up. Let's have a quick look. Yep, so we've got some bullish divergence here on the 4 hour. So we've created a lower low in price. And then on the RSI, we have a slightly higher high. Let me zoom in on the RSI. So if I put that one just there, put that one there, you can see higher high, right? So from this point to this point, so that kind of tells me that Phantom should do okay from here. Looks like we are going to be forming a small little trigger wave. So a good entry could be the golden pocket down here at 0.23 cents. So 23 cents is not a bad buying price for Phantom. Let me look at this. Yeah, oh, we could even do this. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So if you want a dollar cost average I'd dollar cost average at 23, just about 24 cents. So a little bit lower than where we are now. And if we do break that, we can go to the golden pocket from here to there. And then another buy order at 23 cents. Alrighty, last one is GRT. Let's look at GRT on the weekly. Alrighty, so GRT still being held down by this trend line, but it's got a fair bit of room to move. Like once it breaks this, you're looking at a very easy, 97%. Like it's gonna. There's no resistance, till up here. So this is, something that's going to break out. We have the weekly stochastic moving to the upside. If I go to the daily, okay, we're slightly in the red money flow, as we can see. I believe that we got a bullish. Do we get a bullish div? Let's have a look. Yep. So we got a bullish div. So we can see the lower low right here. So from these 2 points on the daily. So bullish div on the daily is quite more powerful, of course, than the 4 hour. We go here to there. Okay, it's a bullish divergence. right there. So lower low price on the daily. Okay, stochastic RSI at the bottom as well. So if I zoom in a little bit closer, where would be a good buy price for this? Let's go here to there. We've got another one. So we got there was a low here. So, and we can also do one from here. Okay, so bounce off the 786 and the trend line. Look, now's not a bad buying opportunity. Like, it got held up by this trend line as well. So that was the other thing. We had a bit of a fake out from this trend line. Wasn't the best trend line, but I mean, there we go. Okay, so we had a fake out. Looked like we were going to break. We've come back. We've retested it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we've retested the trend line. So you can see, well, drop below, support, drop below, and then reclaimed it. And now looks like we're bouncing from it on the 30-minute. So it's not a bad opportunity to buy it. We're about to get a bullish divergence on the 12-minute as well. So things are looking okay for GRT. That's definitely what, these are the 4 tokens I'm looking at, because I think that even on the larger time frames, they're looking quite good. So those are my picks to still outperform Bitcoin, whilst Bitcoin dominance is increasing and the altcoin market is overbought and looking to, slowly turn over the next month. So keep an eye out for these tokens. I'll keep them in my secret folder, and we can check back on them over the next month as we look to see what Bitcoin decides to do. Do we keep moving to the upside, or do we have a very slow bleed over the next few months to the low 20,000s? That's it for tonight's live stream. Thanks to you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on all notifications. And lastly, you've probably seen this ticker rolling at the bottom of the video. I'd like to invite you to our event, Future of Money. It's on tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Go to breakoutnow.co/future of money and sign yourself up. Come learn what is happening in the world with CBDCs, hyperinflation, and fight for the new supreme coin and currency to dominate them all, because the US dollar is losing its purchasing power now that the BRICS nation are gathering themselves to become the world's reserve currency. So come learn all about it. Knowledge is power, and this will help you obviously make better investments in the crypto market as well. Thank you for watching, and catch you guys on the next episode. Bye for now.